So I've successfully tuned both of my motorcycle suspensions. So yeah, I ride a CB300F and I replaced the rear shock with another motorcycle monoshock that is exactly compatible with this bike, and now it reacts very well with the bad roads. Previously it keeps on jumping around, but now it's very much stable and eats up almost all the bumps very easily. If you are looking for the similar kind of video for your CB200X or Hornet or X-Blade, this video is for you. So my friend owned a CB200X, and since the time he bought the bike, I kept on looking for different alternative suspensions that are directly compatible with the bike. So basically they will be a direct fit. Now the point to consider when you are looking for any compatible motorcycle suspension is that you have to look for the bush length. So the suspension mountings need to be exactly the same. There are basically 2-3 types of bush lengths that is generally available for across the motorcycles, across the brands. The Dominar X-Pulse uses a 12mm bush length with a 10mm bolt. Most of the Honda bikes come with a 10mm bush. The FZ monoshock is a bit different. The upper side is 12mm and the lower side is massive 30mm. But Honda and Hero bikes monoshocks, both the bush dimensions are exactly the same because they were in the same company previously. So I guess that's why their R&D team didn't change anything beyond that particular point. Now X-Pulse is different. X-Pulse and Dominar, Duke, all the suspensions, mounting points or mounting bushes are the same. Apart from X-Pulse 200, the X-Pulse 200T, the Extreme 200 monoshocks are the same. Now the next point to consider is the suspension length. So that is one important thing. If you buy a suspension that is much longer than your stock suspension, your seat height will increase significantly. Your legs won't even touching the ground. And if you choose a suspension that is much shorter than the stock suspension, you probably will end up touching your rear wheel to the mudguard. So you need something that is in the ballpark of the stock suspension. That means it can be 5mm extra or 5mm shorter, but not more than that. So looking at those particular characteristics, I figured out two suspensions that are almost in the same ballpark of the Honda CB200X and Hornet and X-Blade and new unicorns. So first thing is from Honda itself. It's Honda Unicorn single coil suspension that we used to get in BS3 and BS4 bikes. So you can choose the Unicorn suspension, but that is not very soft. So if you want something that is much softer than Unicorn as well, I have another option for you. It is X-Pulse 200T monoshock. That suspension is almost identical to the stock suspension of CB200X. When I say almost, I mean it because it's not exactly in the same dimensions. It's a little shorter. So expect a drop in seat height and overall ride dynamics. The front end will be raised a little bit. But apart from that, the suspension is a gem. If you ever ridden an X-Pulse 200T, you might have experienced the same, that the rear suspension is surprisingly soft and it's almost all the bumps coming to its way. The same thing can be said about the Extreme 160R suspension as well, but the Extreme 160R is designed looking at the city characteristics of the bike, and having a 160cc engine, the suspension had to be a little stiffer in order to have that, that punch in the power range. So that is why the CB300F felt almost like a rocket in low speeds, simply because the rear suspension is that stiff and it simply don't absorb any power that you're transmitting from your drive chain to the rear wheel. So yeah guys, I have already discussed with you the two best compatible suspensions for your CB200X. I know most of you have been waiting for this video for quite a long time. There's one more thing, the 200T dimensions is not exactly the same, so make sure you check the exact dimensions with your stock suspension, only then you buy it, because I am yet to try it out. But as you guys are in a desperate moment to change it out, so I recommend you to check and update me as well if that fits in your bike or not, so that I get confirmation, and your comment and your feedback will help others to get a suspension that is exactly the same with the stock suspension. So yeah guys, that's all about it, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and a full walk around video of this beast over here, what are the modifications I've done, is coming next. So if you are interested in watching that video, what I have done to this bike, what are the changes I have made, and most probably not only the changes, not only the modifications, but in that video I'll tell you about what went wrong and what went well. So that will help you decide which modification to do, which parts to buy, which parts to not buy, what are the alternatives. Everything will be covered in that video. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, thanks for watching. Peace out.